Good morning! Claire Tannhauser here, jeweler and GIA gemologist, owner and designer of the Moontree Boutique. I just got back from a little trip up to the Grassy Creek show in Spruce Pine, North Carolina. I used to set up at that show as a vendor, but I honestly did not like the vibes of the scene being very... How do I put this? I don't know. They were handing out weird religious pamphlets at the door about repentance and who was going to go to hell, and it was all very blah to me. I prefer it here in the Atlanta area where there's a lot less brimstone throwing. Anyway, I did go up because I don't see some of these dealers anywhere else, and it's a bit of a haul for me, like 5 hours each way, but I did some good shopping and I got to say what's up to some of my favorite old-timers in the business that I just don't see anywhere else anymore. So let's see what I got. So many things. I got so many things. Okay, and I'll try and be transparent about who I got it from, what I paid for it, if I even remember. Okay, so this is a pile of sterling silver vintage bracelets that I bought. Getting new silver these days is very expensive, and some of it is in fact not even real silver. So I like to buy sterling bangles from like the 80s and 90s and cut them up and use them as ring shank for rings. I find it much more economical, and I have some great contacts that are just the nicest people in the world who do right by me. All right, so next we have a ton of cabochons. These are from some friends of mine out of Arkansas who are lapidaries. All right, I'll go quickly. Drilled chrysoprase, stabilized U.S. turquoise. Oh, this is cool. This is like a gem silica druzy cabochon with orbs of malachite. This one's really, really cool. Some of this stuff I will probably just make into jewelry, and then some of it I will sell as supplies. I got like 16 pairs of these Tosco geodes. They're really hard to find these days in small amounts because of the unfortunate policies of the American administration. There's no regular postal service to Mexico, only very expensive private services like DHL and stuff. So you really have to place huge orders because you're going to be paying like $60 for shipping. Anyway, so lots of geode pairs. What else do we have? Oh, I just thought this was a really pretty rhodochrosite. I actually have a lot of rhodochrosite. I don't know why even really I bought this, but it's marked at $36. That's probably what I paid. In truth, they said they were having some bad shows, and I like them as people, and I try and shop with people who I like and I think could use my money. This is a cool botryoidal chrysocolla druzy. That's pretty cool. What else? What else is in here? Great, I guess that's it. So we've got some cabs, some beads, and a lot of pairs of mini geodes in there. What's this? Oh, this is, I got some of this nice big labradorite pieces just because it has like a peach and yellow sheen that I don't really see much in other material. And then I got a bunch of those in tumbles. Oh, this must be that. Ooh, they spilled out in the bottom of the bag. But I got a bunch of them in tumbles as well. The flash is a little difficult to see. This is a very thrown together video. I literally just rolled out of bed and the coffee is brewing. But do you see the peachness in this labradorite? Usually the flash is blue and yellow, and I liked how this was like a pink. Anyway, there's a bunch of those. They have kind of slipped to the bottom of the bag. What's in here? I honestly don't really even remember what I bought. Oh yeah. I bought like 3 or 4 pieces of this cool chalcedony. I'm always interested in things that have a neat surface texture, I guess. That's like a consistent. Botryoidal comes from Bacchus, like grape-like. So when the surface is a bunch of little spheres. And this is, I believe, from Arizona, and it's clear with little traces of like copper colored blue mineral inclusions. And I think I saw them in a tray where they were like 5 each or 10 each, and I bought a bunch of them. I did find this year that the prices were much closer to retail. They were much higher than in years past, which I guess is the name of the game. I'm still trying to keep my prices as low as possible. My MO is always to try and make things that I could afford to buy, and I don't know. I could charge more for everything, but I would just rather be able to sell it to more people and not stress out their budget and be able to make more stuff. And I don't know, as I jokingly say, I'm not that good at capitalism. I just feel lucky to be an artist, and it's all I want to do. I cannot stop making jewelry. I cannot stop making art. Oh my gosh, there's so many of these loose labradorite in this bag. Okay, well, what else do we have? Got a big bag full of bags here. Fun surprise. It was a whirlwind 2 nights up. We stayed at this beautiful historic lodge overlooking the mountains. It was lovely. All right. I got some little recuts. This is very, very gemmy chrysocolla. And there's a little bit of malachite and shadakite and other copper associated minerals. Ooh, a little bit of cuprite in there. So sometimes these copper associated minerals all form kind of mixed up together. I love that. And so these were, I think, half of what the tag said. So this is marked at 40. I believe I paid 20 for this, and I'll probably retail it around 40 and try and double my money on those. That's not jewelry supply. Mostly in my booth, I do just have jewelry, but I like to put some mineral specimens out too, just so that it looks nice. And I don't know, I want to have a little something for everyone. My profit margin on minerals can be anywhere from like, I paid half of what it's marked at, to sometimes even like I'll only mark it up 25% if I paid too much. A lot of times I buy based on vibes. It's not a policy I would recommend, but if I really like a dealer, I'll try and find something in their booth to buy, even if I don't have a big profit margin on it. This is the opposite of what they teach you at business school, people. Don't do it like me. Okay, and then I bought more of this material unpolished. And this is a little bit more niche as a mineral specimen, but I loved the spheres, the malachite spheres. I think I got 2 of these. Again, I paid, this is the same dealer as the polished ones. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. It's like honestly almost grotesque, but like in a really cool undulating way. I paid 25 for this. I don't think I'll be able to double these. But I could probably put it at 40 or 45 and see. Ew. And then, oh, okay, what's in here? Oh, this was a gift from my friend Perry. He's so nice. He's the nicest guy. You can see him at the Bell Point shows. You can see him at so many shows because he is a hardworking man. It's a cool, like, aluminum cast sculpture that I just, like, said was nice, and he gave it to me. And he's just the sweetest freaking guy. So that's in there, too. Love you, Perry. I know you're not watching this. Okay, what's in here? Oh, yeah. Okay, and some receipts. I think I only got 1 receipt for all of this stuff. The bookkeeping's going to be a nightmare. I have to go into my spreadsheets and look at my credit card statement and try and figure it all out. Anyway. Okay. I met this very nice guy named Luis. I think we've actually done shows together before, but we couldn't quite figure it out. And he primarily had mineral specimens, but he also had some beads, and he cut me a really good deal. And I just went long, because the more you buy of something, oh, my cat scratched me on my face yesterday, so that's fun. Okay, obviously the more you buy of something, the better deal you can get. I bought, I don't know, well over 100 strands of beads. So I got Amazonite. Ooh, and they smell like incense. That's fun. This is carnelian. So the carnelian's been dyed, but everything else is natural. I got these spiffy faceted tiger eye beads. I love these. They have a great look. I got some nice chalcedony. It's like a grayish purple chalcedony. I got some natural no dye amethyst. I think I got 10 strands of each. This cool like banded agate black with white stripes. Those are a little bit less compelling, but I think I got the best deal on those. So yeah, like 100 strands of beads. And then what else? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, these guys. Jeez Louise. I bought a lot of stuff, but if you're gonna drive 5 hours up the mountains to go to a show, you better make it worth your while. I got a bunch of these little, I think they're Moroccan. They're like these little geodes with this kind of fleshy red tiny stalactites inside. I got a couple of those. I think they were like $5 or $10. Oh, 23 for 3. I don't know. I can't divide 23 by 3, but whatever that was what I paid, because I also got them from the guy who I bought the beads from. And you pile stuff together, you get a better deal. Oh my goodness gracious, I've made a mess. But there's more stuff too. I put a bunch of things in my wallet, which I forgot to add to the pile. Let's see what's in my wallet. Sometimes when I buy little cabs and crystals, I put them in there. Whew, gotta get some coffee into this brain and make it work. All right, this video is almost 13 minutes long. Nobody is gonna still be watching, but hey, I'll just finish up. I'll wrap up the thing. I have so much to do today, but I haven't done an internet video in a long time because I honestly always forget. Okay, so this is cool. I just found 2 pieces of Wavelite that are cut and polished. Wavelite is an interesting acicular mineral from Arkansas. It's a yellowy green. The camera is absolutely not picking up how cool these are. So basically, it has like a radial pattern, a circular radial pattern of little needle-like crystals that create a very interesting appearance. And it only comes from Arkansas. And boy, these do not look good on camera, but they're interesting stones. This one's marked at 78, and this one's marked at 68. And these keystones, so they were half of that. I bought them because you just don't see Wavelite, and some people really like the mineral specimens from the United States. Okay, these guys, I almost regret buying these. There's a story here. So these are beautiful, vivid, greenish blue beryl. They're sort of somewhere between aquamarine and emerald. So I had a little tray. I pulled some crystals that I weighed. I priced them out. And I had also asked the price on some peridot. They told me one price. Then when I go to pay, they tried to pull the freaking razzle dazzle on me. And they were like quoting me a different price than they had told me before I had spent all this time picking through these terminated peridot crystals. The aquamarine crystals, they had rung up at the price that they told me. But it's annoying, and this is the type of thing you have to look out for at a gem and mineral show. And I just was like guffawed, and I was a little bit cheesed, and I should have walked away from the whole thing because that's not the type of business I want to do. But instead, I just put back the peridot crystals and I said, that's not the price you told me. I'm not buying these. Honestly, I should have just walked away from the whole tray. But I didn't. So I ended up paying like $10 or $15 each for these pretty little aquamarines. But in retrospect, I shouldn't have given them any money because they were trying to cheat me, and to hell with them. On the totally other end of the spectrum, these are 8 beautiful hand-cut Australian boulder opals I got from Phil at, I don't know what his business name is, but he's a lapidary and he sells beautiful vintage American Indian jewelry. And he's just the nicest, most honest guy. And he cut me a great deal because I am friends with his wife. And he couldn't be a nicer guy. He's totally honest and the absolute opposite of the people with the other crystals that were trying to swindle me. So anyway, here's my giant pile of stuff that I got at the Spruce Pine Show, and I don't know if I will go up there again ever, but if I do, I'll buy more stuff. I'm getting to the point where I can really source good material, well-priced material locally. So unless I have some reason to see friends, to drive to Tucson or up in the mountains or anywhere else, if I do that, it's really more of a working vacation at this point than I need to go anywhere to get any particular thing. But it's fun to have all these supplies. I don't know what the takeaway from this video is besides I like it down here in the city. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Rocks are good. Mountain folks are scary to me. I should edit that out, but man, we just encountered some casual racism, wall-eyed mole people holding signs about how we need to repent. It's just, the whole thing is very not my speed. Makes me super uncomfortable. That's not what this video is about, but here we are. I should have had my coffee first so I was more articulate. But if you watch till the end, I'm sorry. But I hope you enjoyed the rocks in story time, and I hope y'all are doing well. Thanks for tuning in.